Hi everyone, Janie here. Welcome back to my garden. So I am kind of just messing around in the garden today, just trying to get a couple things done. And I have to say, I feel like I'm having pretty good luck in the garden. So this is my new Texas privet that I got for Mother's Day. I do need to prune it. I'm gonna get to that. But the reason why I got this is because I ended up taking out my Verbena de la Mina plant. It was a giant shrub right here, very beautiful, and the pollinators loved it. However, it was kind of dying from the inside out, and if you kind of just moved the blooms just a little bit, you would see that it was all woody and dead on the inside. So unfortunately, it had to be taken out. I was trying to get it to last. I actually pruned it way back last fall to see if it would kind of come back all nice and fresh, and it really didn't. It was about done. So I did take cuttings of that plant, and it's doing really well. I still have them inside underneath the plastic baggie, for like humidity and everything like that. So I'm hoping that I will be able to regenerate that plant. If not, a couple of you suggested some places that I could find that plant again to put it back in my garden. But basically, I have this big hole back here, and I know I want to do something with color for sure. And I was kind of thinking about it and thinking what to do, and I didn't want to spend a lot of money. And then I thought, I have this. Wouldn't that look so nice in that spot right there? Okay, so obviously it's not much to look at right now. If any of you know, and if any of you have watched any of my backyard garden tours, that is a summerific Candy Crush hibiscus. So it's not looking like much now, but it's starting to pop through. It's one of the latest to come up in the season, and now that it started growing, it's going to get giant. So I got that plant last year or the year before, and so I think it's gonna get pretty big this year. They can get up to 4.5 feet tall and wide, and they have these giant 8-inch pink, like bubblegum pink blooms, one of my favorite colors in the garden. And so I just thought, I have this plant here. It's planted right next to my fence right there, so I don't think it gets enough sun right there. The summerific hibiscus from Proven Winners, they say part sun to sun, but they actually do better. They perform better in more sun. So I think I want to move this guy to a place that has a little bit more sun, because when I did my sun testing on this area, where I came out every hour to check and see how much the spot had sun, this spot had way less sun than I assumed. Even, as the summer goes on and the sun gets higher in the sky, it's going to get obviously more sun, but I think I want to give that plant a little bit more of a fighting chance. So I needed a nice brightly colored plant for that spot right there next to my privet, and I need to move this. So perfect luck. I mean, I don't think it could have worked out any better. So my plan for today is to transplant my summerific Candy Crush hibiscus from back here in my backyard over to my front yard, and then just be patient and wait couple weeks, maybe a month, and then I think I'll start seeing some really gorgeous blooms, and I think it's just going to be perfect right there. So the first thing I wanted to do is I wanted to measure the area. I knew that Verbena de la Mina was big, but I didn't really know how big of a space I had, and the summerific Candy Crush hibiscus is going to get 4.5 feet tall and wide. And I'm planning to leave this plant here. I don't want to move it again just because I feel like I'm torturing it today by moving it. So I just wanted to make sure I had the best spot for it that would have plenty of room so it can grow to its heart's content. So I cleared the area, and then luckily I had left that irrigation right there where the verbena was. So that's going to be really easy for drip when I do that. So all I decided to prep the hole first. First I dug my hole, and then I know that the summerific hibiscus likes acidic soil. So I decided I was going to amend the hole with some soil acidifier from Espoma, and then also some Sure Start from EB Stone. So then coming into the backyard where the new shoots are just starting to come out from the Candy Crush hibiscus, moved all the dirt away, and this dirt is like hard pan. It is hard and rocky and not fantastic dirt. So I had a pretty hard time getting it out of there, and I was trying to get as big of a root ball as I could, but it was tough, you guys. So I did my best. I definitely broke through some roots. You can see right there I'm kind of struggling, but sometimes sometimes you just got to do what you got to do. And I think that this plant in the long run will be happier in a different area with a little bit more sun. So after a little bit of force, I finally got it out, and then I am going to take it to the front yard. So Candy Crush hibiscus likes moist, well-drained soil, and the verbena that I had there before was more of a drought-tolerant plant, and I only had it on a 1 gallon per hour emitter, so I decided to change that out to a 2 gallon per hour emitter. I have my limelight hydrangeas on 2 gallon per hour emitters, so I might have to change this hibiscus eventually. I'm gonna watch it, but I'm gonna start it off with just one of them and kind of see how it does. So really easy to just change it out. I just cut it off and then put on the new one. So Summerific Candy Crush hibiscus is hardy zones 4 through 9, so it's going to be perfectly happy, and I think it's really going to enjoy the extra sun that it's going to get in this spot. So after I was done, I watered it in, and I have to say that was very, very easy transplanting. This was a good garden day with not very many issues. So since I had a little bit of extra time, and there's, yes, our new sloth floaty there in the pool, I have these 2 plants from Walter's Gardens via Proven Winners, Shadowland Miss America Hosta and Spot On Pulmonaria. Both are shade plants, and I'm going to put up in my front yard, kind of in my shade area to the north side of my house. And I'm pretty excited about both of these. Miss America Hosta is new in garden centers this year. It's going to get about 4.5 feet wide, which is crazy. I'm super excited about that. It is a medium green heart-shaped leaves with white centers and light green streaking. So I think it's going to be so beautiful, and it's going to pop against this Wichita blue juniper. So I might have to move it a little bit. You know, looking at it now as I'm editing this video, I think I probably planted it a little close, but you know, we'll see. Everything's okay. I can move it, especially when it's dormant in the winter time. And then over here you can see off to the right, I have some generic pulmonaria. So I want to plant the Spot On right next to the generic just so I can compare the two. Now the generic is a couple years old, so obviously it's bigger, so I'm going to take that into account. But I just want to see the growth habits and see the difference of the two, especially in my zone 9B. Spot On Pulmonaria, they get about 18 to 20 inches wide, 14 to 16 inches tall, and they're hardy zones 3 through 9. The beautiful thing about these plants is the silver speckling on the leaves, and I love it. They also have salmon pink buds that fade to blue flowers during the spring, so both absolutely gorgeous. So I hooked both of these up to drip, and I am super happy with how this whole area turned out today. All right, so that's it. So that was a pretty smooth day of gardening. It doesn't always end up like that. I often run into issues, and today it was pretty just straightforward. I got the Summerific hibiscus transplanted, and that was good, other than, you know, breaking off some of the roots, you know, which I think it'll be fine. That was really good. And then I got the Shadowland Miss America Hosta planted and the Spot On Pulmonaria planted. So super excited about that. No issues. And thank you to Walter's Gardens and Proven Winners for providing me with those 2 shade plants. I'm really excited about seeing how they do and comparing them to the other varieties that I already have in my garden. So yeah, so today was just a really breezy, easy, good luck day in garden. And speaking of good luck in the garden, let me show you guys one more thing. Okay, so here is my Dahlia bed all along my black fence here, and I was just talking to you all in my front yard garden tour about how I had this fail, actually 3 fails of 3 of the dahlias that weren't coming up. Franz Kafka, White Perfection over there, and then Cafe Au Lait. And I was just talking about how I was gonna go to the store and I was just gonna buy a Cafe Au Lait plant, and all of you said, Janie, wait, you never know, it's late to show up. And honestly, I didn't believe you guys until now. So I apologize. I thought it was just a fail, but there is Cafe Au Lait. So I'm very excited about that. It is growing, it is coming. I haven't seen any progress on the other two, but I will just be patient and I will wait. So thank you all for the wonderful advice about the Cafe Au Lait Dahlia. All right, so that is going to be it for the video today. I hope you all enjoyed this and I hope it was motivating for you. Get out into your garden. Maybe you'll have a good luck day in the garden just like I did today. So if you guys enjoyed this, please consider subscribing and I hope you all have a chance to get into your garden today.